Hey there guys, so we're going to start off with a very simple, easy Christmas cake to start off with. So you want 2 bags of 500 grams, so 1 kilogram of dried mixed fruit, okay? You add both of those into the mixing bowl. Like so. One's already added, then you add the other one in. So here you go, the second one is now being added. Now if you want to make a smaller cake, you could do just 1 bag. Or alternatively, you could buy the ingredients separately, so you mix peel, or even do you mix peel. You can just peel a satsuma or an orange or lemon. So yeah, you don't have to go by this exact recipe. So yeah, but this will make a very large Christmas cake. So yeah, that'll do. Once that's done, make sure you stir it around, make sure you get the things correctly in the right places so you don't lift it up too high. You're going to need 9 ounces of butter or margarine. Put that straight into your mixer. Now there are other methods, other ways, but I'm just doing this for quickness today. Nothing more, just quickness for me. Sorry. Just quickness for me today. So yeah. 7 ounces of dark brown sugar or light brown sugar or caster sugar in general. Okay, but the dark brown brings the dark brown to the cake. So when you're doing it. So try to use as dark as brown as you like, or as light as you like, depending on how you like the cake when you open it, or when you break it open. So when measuring out your flour, you can put a sieve on top, just to make the flour sieve through quicker, to give that air. You don't have to do this, I've already done it to make the second cake, because I'm making a few today, so I've already used it. You don't have to go and wash it if you're going to reuse it for the same thing. It's not cross-contamination that way. So yeah. Now the reason why I've not washed it, and I will tell you why, because if I wash it now, it'll take a few hours for the individual little holes to dry up. So because I'm not using it for anything else, I'm just using it for cakes today, then that was perfect. So I just use it like that. So you need 6 ounces of sift flour. So the next bit is ground almond. Now it does say 100 grams. I'm just going to stick the whole lot in, 165 grams. It's 65 grams over. But I'll add other things to make the cake a bit more moist. So I won't worry about the 65 grams. So yeah, just whack the whole bag in. So here we are. So it looks like snow. So snow is falling all around us. Children playing, having fun. It's the season to have fun and laughter. I don't know the lyrics, so yeah. Merry Christmas, everyone. So there you go, as you can see, it's just all piling up in there. So yeah, just carry on doing that, lung. Next up, it's 2 teaspoons of mixed spice. Next up, it's 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Now, because I'm not adding rum, I'm not adding so much liquid to this one, like sherry, rum, brandy, anything else like that. I'm going to put into this one is ginger. It's a ground ginger. 2 teaspoons of ground ginger to give that kick, to give that flavour. So yeah, again, that would pretty much be the end of it. But don't forget your glazed cherries. So glazed cherries will give this cake a little bit more better of an oomph, a little bit more better of a kick. And then 4 eggs, and then give it a really good mix with maybe 1 or 2 of black treacle. And that is the lot lung. And I will show you in a sec. In doing this, cut them in halves or cut them in quarters. Don't put them in whole, because putting them in whole, won't make the cake very nice. So just cut them in halves or cut them in quarters, whichever you prefer. So guys, to test eggs, you get your egg and dunk it in water. Now that's fine. If it floats like that, it's still fine. See, 2, 3. I don't think I'm going to have a bad egg there. No, that's all you do. If the egg completely floats to the top, it's not worth eating. But if it floats a little, hits the bottom, bounces back up, hits the bottom, bounces up, goes down, it means that it's on its way out. Yeah, so it's up to you if you want to eat it or not. But if it bounces and goes straight to the top, it's out of date, totally. Not worth eating. So yeah. So just keep that one in mind. It's a nice little trick to use. So there you go, guys. So you leave it like that to mix for quite some time. Okay, 5-10 minutes, something like that. Okay, if you find that it's still too big, just add an extra couple of eggs, just like I've done, and it should take it down. If you want to add more liquid to it. But this is because I don't have lemon juice, or I'm not putting in whiskey or anything else like that. So I'm going to take it down by using eggs and other things like that. So I'm now going to put in 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence and 2 tablespoons of black treacle. So guys, here's a very good little technique here, right? Rather than dipping the spoon in there and then making your spoon all sticky and horrible and you can't get the black treacle off, boil yourself up a kettle, a little drop, add it so that the spoon fills up like so, alright? Give that a few seconds to let it go into the spoon itself, dry out the spoon itself, and then scoop it in. And in that way, it won't stick to the spoon as much. So, just left it for a couple of minutes. Right, give it a good stir around like that. Right. As you can see, it will still stick to the spoon, yeah? But it won't stick as much. So yeah. Alright, so just repeat that as many times as you want the treacle in there. Okay, once you've got all that nicely mixed up like I have, you then go on to the next part. And this is your next part. So what you want to do is grab hold of some greaseproof paper. Make sure this is dry. This is not dry, so I have to dry it off. What you want to do is make the circle first, this outer bit first, then make your base plate second. Because what that will do is, that will give the cake places to rise. If you put the base plate, then the circle around the outside, you might find that some of it will slip onto the tin itself. So, do the outside first, then the inside. Okay guys, just leave a little bit overhanging from the sides, so then that way it does. You can try and measure it out properly, and do it well. And make sure all the lips are up properly around the side. But that will do me because, as I said, I'm doing this on the quick. Because I've got to get it done and out. What I will do is save all this creasing and stuff. I will just cut the little bit of the layer of the bottom of the cake, and then cut the layer of the top of the cake, and that's the way how high it goes up. So yeah, you can extend that, or you can leave it to go lower. It's entirely up to you. The next part is to get all of that from there into there. So stay tuned for that, guys. So there you go, guys. Once that's all in, make sure you click that back on to make it hard, because otherwise when the cake swells, that will go, that will not keep it inside, and then it will go off. So try to scoop it out. Sorry. Try to make it as flat as possible, and then stick it in the oven. Here's a cake I made earlier. Now, why has it got the fork marks in it? That is because you have to make the cake moist. So what you have to do is add rum to it, or add orange juice to it. That's why so many fork marks are in it. So I've done all that to this cake. This cake is ready to be marzipan, which is the next position over. So let's get and start and do that. So you're going to need yourself some marzipan. Yeah, golden marzipan, white marzipan. It doesn't really matter. Marzipan is marzipan. So that's it, guys. Guys, once you've rolled it out like I have, broken it up, rolled it out, and done like this, there's several ways of testing how your cake will fit it. Now, you can either get a square, get a bit of paper, and mark out exactly how big your cake will be. Or the better way is just lift this, place it on top, and see if everything covers it. If everything covers it, you then jam that up, and then whack it straight on top. And that's pretty much it. So as you can see, I've done it this way. So I know that it's going to fit this way. I know it's going to fit there. It's not going to fit there. But I know for a fact if I move this round slightly, because I've got so much overhang here and overhang here, that I can physically pull it this way and it will be fine. So there you go, guys. I've just decided to do it this way. I have a little bit of overhang. It's fine. I'll measure all this out properly, and I'll do it properly. But that's how I'm going to do it, and that's now going to be done. And put the apricot jam on the cake, and job done. So now you guys have seen me measure out that. As you can see, there's a circle there, because I indented it. I pressed it around the cake to make sure that it's indented. That gives me a good idea of where that marzipan is going to go onto the cake. So now I've done that, I've now put my my apricot jam over it, and I've just got a load of jam on my hands now. And yeah, so that's all I've done. And now I'm going to put that marzipan on top of the cake. So there you go, guys. I did say I'd leave a little. I couldn't get the marzipan stretched out properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this little skirt here and add it here. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do. So cut this little skirt off here and move it to here. And that's it. Then I'm going to scrape it all off. So yeah. There you go, guys. The next part is now done, as you can see. Don't worry about it if it's too messy, this part, because that's what I've had to do. Put in the little, wherever I've done that is the little cracks and the little misplacing areas and stuff. Don't worry about this too much, because this bit will not be seen. So yeah, it's just when you do the icing, you got to be a bit more vigilant and a bit more thing to do it. So yeah, and then that's how much icing I had left over. So not a lot. Next, guys, you're going to need your icing. Now, I bought this big one because I'm going to do a lot of cakes and a lot of icing. But you can just go for the 1 gram, and that's probably enough to fit a normal sized cake like this one in here. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use about that much of icing, so 1/4 of the icing on here or thereabouts. Roll it out and everything else like that. Then you have these, which are your colorants. Now you don't have to go for a special name, but roughly the more the name is, the better they are. But not always. Then in here is the same thing. I have a mixture of different colours and things, but you are going to need some cocktail sticks. That's one thing you are going to need. Yeah, because that helps, because this is not like liquid, this is like a small gel inside all of these. So then you got a little bit of edible glitter, and that's really it really. So yeah, so that's what you're going to need next. So next I'm going to dig this out, roll it with the rolling pin, and do exactly what I did with the icing. Exactly the same thing. Now I've done this exactly to size. I know that that fits it, so that's all done. Give or take if it's a bit thin. So if you want to add more, you add more. If you don't, you just leave it as that. I'm going to leave it as that because that size is nice. Sorry for the background, that's just my bag, my boxes for my cakes. So yeah, that'll do me. I'm happy with the thickness, I'm happy with everything, the way it's turned out. So how do you put it on there? So you're going to need a paintbrush like this and some general water, and that's all you need. You don't need anything more. And basically what you're going to do is just gently stick that in and just gently rub across like that. It acts like the jam or whatever you want to put on it, and that's it. That's all you do. And then you're going to put that on top. Again, you only get one chance once you've done this, because what happens is this will break and this will not work. So you only get one chance. If it does stick, just pash it down on there. Just pash it, wait till it dries, pash it all down, and then restart again. And that's all you can do, guys. Right, now once all watered down, get ready for that to be done. So make sure you get the centre and then put that on there. It's fairly simple and easy done. So yeah, just stay tuned. Voila! It's now on the cake all the way round. So now you just gently push it against the cake, but only gently. Yeah? And then you're going to get your tool and smooth it round in a little while. Okay, so that's all you do. Alright. You can pull this out gently to stop the creases from going down, but that's all you need to do. For this one, I'll work on that one as I get round to it, but this is the best way for me to go, because this crease around here will easily automatically fold round there. So yeah, good job there. So carry on going with that. Now we've done the cake all around. Yeah, don't worry too much about the little impressions, because you're about to go through with this. So you just do this, get out all your impressions is all you do. Yeah? And then you do it all around the sides to get rid of every impression there. If you start to crack it up, don't worry, put a tiny weeny bit of this stuff on it and then go over it over and over and over until it doesn't go. Alright? If you finish with this, don't throw it away. Just ball it back up, roll it back into a ball and leave it, because that's still good to use. Or alternatively, if you don't have a place to put it, make several little balls and add colour to it. So there you go, guys. That's the cake, all flattened out, all nice and smooth now. Yeah. Now you will notice a few odds and bits and pieces here and there, and like if you don't get it right like me, because I'm still only practicing and still learning how to do these things, like for example here, don't worry too much about it, because you're gonna put decoration up the side anyway, and once you start putting decoration up the side, it becomes very unnoticeable, to be truthful with you. Unless you're just going to do that plain cake like that, and then you're just going to leave it, then yeah, obviously someone will notice it. But if you're going to decorate it nicely like I am, then honestly and truthfully, these little nicks and bits and pieces won't make much difference. And then down here, where you notice the seam does not fit very well, don't worry about it. Because what you're going to do is you're going to pipe along this crack anyway. So, you know, it won't really matter, make no difference, because no one will see that. So there you go. Yeah, the cake has moved. It's come off its middle position. But that's okay. It's slightly just a little bit off. But everything else is fine. So there you go, guys. Hiya there, guys. So this is almost finished now. Yeah, it looks okay, doesn't look the best, but I'm going to teach you now how to do this little reindeer, whatever. So you start off with a ball of white fondant, okay? Then you get yourself a little toothpick, as I've done before. You dip it into here, take a little bit out, like so. Put it into your fondant. A little bit more in it. Sorry, I can't do this very good one-handed. There we go. And then just keep folding it in like so, and that's all you keep doing. So yeah, I've got these tools out still because I'm still going to use them. So yeah, again. Okay guys, once you've got your acquired size, because I'm doing this one hand, it's a bit harder, you take one lump, match it up to about the same size as the other one, that's about it, and then you roll this into a ball. As I said, I cannot do this very well one-handed, but basically you roll that into a ball. I know that's not a ball, but hey, if I had the other hand it would go like that, and then you make sure that it's on top like that, and then that's how you do it. So I need just a tad more to make the hands or the feet, and job done. Okay, now guys, you've got 3 balls. One medium-sized ball, one smaller ball for the head, and one ball for the legs. Now you might not necessarily need all that, but it's just a gauge. So yeah. So that will be the main body. It doesn't matter if it's not perfectly round or not perfectly symmetrical, because you're going to put that on top, and then when you put that on the cake, it won't matter too much because it'll be roughly about the same. And that's a little bit on the big thing side, I think, because it's the same size as that, so I'll just add a little bit more to that. Anyway, you get the idea of how to do it now, yeah? So then next I'm going to teach you, so what you do for this, the legs, is you roll it out into a sausage, then you cut off a little bit at one end, like here, and here, or you flatten it out, you put it against one end against the floor to flatten it, and then the other end you just scoop around to turn it into that. So, and that's how you do the feet. So yeah, unfortunately I can't show you, but I will show you in another way of doing it. So yeah, see you in a bit. So basically what you do is just do that, make sure one end is thicker than the other. Pat a couple of dimes down on the floor. Make sure they're roughly about the same size and width and everything else like that. And there you go. That's how to do your feet. And that's how to do your arms coming down as well. So basically just, as I just showed you. So, there's the ball lung. Alright. Rub one end till you get it like that long. Just thin it out a little bit more. Flatten it like so. That's not going to be the same size. I know that from eye view, but you get the idea. So there you go. So there you go, guys. So that will be glued on by water. So you do it just a little bit extra longer one. You place that in where you want it to go. So I need to stretch this out just a little bit more. So that will go in there and go exactly like that one there. And basically that's how you do it. Is not much more to it. Then you make the eyes, and then you make the red nose, the antlers out of this little bit here, and that will do it. So I've got one more leg, 2 antlers to do, and then that's it. That's all you need to do. There's not much else you can do with that. So yeah, there we go. That's how to make it long. So all it is, again, is a sausage. Flatten down the end, job done. So there you go, guys, and that's basically how you do it. Yeah, don't worry about the crack. That can be sorted out in a very short while. You can either do that or just spin it around like so to hide the crack, and that's it. That's how you do it. So I'm not going to water this up just yet. The reason why I don't want to water it up just yet is because I want to make sure that everything will fit. And then once it's done, I know everything will fit, but the way in which he will be sitting lung is what I want to work out. So that's what I'm going to do now. So, and then once that's done, I'll add just a tad of water on there and a tad of water on there, and then glue both of the legs on the bottom first, and then do the top next once it's all done. So there you go, guys. That's how simple one is. Next up are the antlers. Take a small bit, just roll it out. That's a bit too big, but roll it out, and then basically because I'm doing this one-handedly, it's quite hard. And then just take 2 pinches out like that. So you stretch that out and you stretch this bit out, giving it a swirl. And then take... Sorry, I cannot do this very well one-handedly, but at least I'm giving it a go. And then basically you want to do it as you want to do it, and that would go on there, like so, to make your second or your first antler or another antler. And that's how you do your antlers. So very simple, very easy to do. So there you go, guys. That's his antlers now almost glued on. And all it is just water. You just add drop of water on there, and then job down, and then just hold it into place for a while. So there the antlers done. Now it's just the feet to be done, and then his eyes to be done, and that's that done. And the female now has been done as well. Pink nose for the female. But yeah, just having a general bit of fun, that's all it is. And don't take this too seriously, it's just a bit of fun for Christmas. And put on the Christmas cake, and that's it, guys. So yeah, There we go, guys. So the 2 rings on that was put there by myself to make sure that I could put the eyes in there well. So there you go, guys. So there you go, guys. This is part of the Christmas cake done. So yeah, I'm just gonna make some more Christmas presents here, and basically all you do is just a cube or a round circle out of your blob, and that's it, and just colour it with this stuff, and that's all you do, as I explained earlier. So yeah, nice and simple, nothing hardly to do with that long. So once I've done that, I'll do the sides, and then this cake is done. I might do Happy or Merry Christmas along the edge. I don't know yet, I have to wait and see. So there you go, guys. This is the Christmas cake complete. Just need the dots in the eyes. I'll do that in a little while. There's a little bit of glitter on Rudolph's nose. There's a little bit of edible glitter around the edges of the cake on the thing. You can't really see it very well on this camera or on this bit, but you can see it if you look carefully. So yeah. And that's pretty much done, guys. So yeah, as I said, literally I just need a little bit of black on each eye and it's job done. Nothing more left to do. So there you go, guys. So that's the first Christmas cake made and done. So yep. So what do you guys think? I think I've done a pretty good job and I quite like it. So pretty much done it now. I think the eyes turned out pretty gormless in this one, but pretty decent in that one. So yep. So the last little bit is to do piping around the outside, which I'll get done, and a little bit of cleaning up here and there on the base. And that's pretty much done then. I'm not going to bother with a one around the outside here. That will do me. So yeah, I might try and fit something small in there. I don't know what yet, but yeah. So there you go, guys. That's the cake finished. I think I've done a pretty good job for what I've got there, guys. I've also got the box, which is right here. Merry Christmas. Nice size box. With Merry Christmas on each side. And I think there's at the back as well. Yep. So there you go. That's it, guys. So that's the cake done and finished. So there you go, guys. All iced up. I'm not 100% very good with the icing around the bottom, but I think I've done a pretty good job. So that's that. That's the cake completely and utterly finished now. Nothing more to do. So there you go, guys. Just a little bit of cleaning up just around the outside to do of this cake base, and that's it. So there you go, guys. That's how to make a simple, easy, step-by-step Christmas cake. Good little design, pretty cute, and yeah. So there you go, guys. So have a happy one. Look after yourselves and look after each other. And God bless you, and happy holidays. Hiya there, guys. So this is the second cake done. So, yep. Goes all the way around. I'm not very good at piping still. I still got to learn how to pipe that because it's still coming out too long and things. But yeah, I think I've done a pretty good job of that. So yeah. So, this will be going into its box now. And then that should be done. I quite like that. The way it looks, I think it looks pretty decent. Yeah, okay, there are a couple of marks here and there, and I have not stuck those down, so I can arrange them how I want to. But other than that, I think it all looks good. So yeah, bit of edible glitter on the snowflakes to give it a little bit of bling. So yeah, there you go, guys. So enjoy. So it's been very easy to do. As I showed you on the previous, or as I put on the previous video, how to do it, how to ice the cake and how to fondant the cake. Then the snowflakes are easy design.
The icing, the piped icing is very easy. The snowmen were just done with rolling balls, 2 balls, done. A little bit of orange into a cone shape and done. For the carrot on his nose. The hat and the scarves. This hat is just a bit of one rolled round and done. The hat is a flat piece first and then the bit on top. The other scarf is square bits and other bits just cut up and then put onto him. And then the eyes and charcoal buttons are done with this. It's like a glue, but it's done with that. With a bit of ice. I've used one of these tubes and done a little bit of icing and then just squeezed it out, and that's how you do it. So yeah, very, very simple, guys. Very simple cake. So there you go, guys. Enjoy. Thank you very much and happy Christmas.